everybody, my name is Bill and this is Rust to Resurrection. So a couple of weeks ago, my wife and I headed out to Indianapolis for a conference for my wife. It was a one week conference, or actually it was a 3-day conference, but we went out for 2 extra days because I had a couple bucket list things that I wanted to do, to get done. And I wanted to get up to Auburn, Indiana, which is 2.5 hours north of Indy, so that we could go and visit the Auburn Cord Duesenberg Museum and a couple other museums that are right there in Auburn as well. Those are phenomenal museums with fantastic cars and fantastic displays. But the highlight of the trip was the last day of the conference, because the folks who were putting on the conference had arranged for a private visit, a private dinner at the Indy racetrack. So we managed to get to the racetrack, and what a fantastic evening that was. Now, what was really particularly interesting was that there were over 3,000 people, and they had to get those 3,000 people plus to the racetrack. So they did it with 27 buses. So those 27 buses were all lined up in trail, and the police department did a police escort from downtown Indy, from the center of Indianapolis, all the way to the racetrack, and they actually did traffic interference and allowed us to get to the track uninterrupted. It was cool as crap, guys, having them block all the intersections, block all the highways, and get us to the track. Oh man, it was a fun time. Let me take you there. The first thing we did when we got there was to head over to the merchandise trailer. We were the first bus to offload. With 3,000 folks coming in behind us, we were pretty certain getting to the trailer later would be nearly impossible. We were right. That line was 50 people long for the rest of the night. Finishing that, we headed for the track in the Brickyard. The track is both smaller and bigger than you think. The front straight is narrow between the walls, but the track itself is huge. It's a long way around, 2.5 miles. The thing that struck me most was how gray everything was. Without the crowds, without the cars, it was mostly devoid of color. There were no reds, there were no blues or whites. It was just gray. But then, there were those bricks. So a question to be asked is, how do you serve cocktails and food to over 3,000 people in a short and orderly way? Well, you set up the bars and buffets everywhere. In our case, we headed up to the 8th floor of that iconic infield track pagoda, where the view of the track and the city was unlimited. We got a bunch of "hey, we were here" photos, and then ordered drinks and had food. As the sun went down and the lights came up, we joined the 3,000 in various venues open for socializing, took a few more photos, and then hopped on the next bus back to the city and our hotel. Now, the next thing we need to do, bucket list here, is attend one of the races of the Indy 500. It will be complete then. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell, and I'll see you in the next video.